let me explain the funnel, right? So how I do currently hiring is top of funnel is Google form. This is everyone interested in the position, right? So actually most people will not even fill out the Google form. Why? Because there needs to be open questions in here, and also it needs to end with a video telling them to complete a 3-minute video where they answer 3 specific questions. And yeah, that will filter out a lot of people. So, when I get, let's say, 500 applications on a Google form, that is the equivalent of someone else getting like 1,500, maybe even 2,000, because if you don't include that video requirement, record a 3-minute video of yourself, a lot more people will fill it out, but those more people are the not serious ones. So Google form that ends with a video, 3-minute video, and also includes at least 2 open questions, right? Then in this, you need to filter it out. You need to filter out the bad apples. Now, bad apples can mean a lot of things, right? It can mean people just trolling, putting gibberish. It can mean people that are obviously not qualified for the role. People, let's say you're hiring from a specific time zone, right? Like, let's say you need a personal assistant that matches your time zone, right? And someone puts like someone from Japan or whatever that's like 10 hours ahead of you, then you would filter out those countries as well, right? So you filter out unqualified people from, it depends on the role, right? People from not serious countries. Really depends what you're hiring for. Then you do a screening interview with the best ones, right? So screening interview, you invite them like 30-minute call, video call. Obviously they have to have their webcam. This is all actually what I learned from Leila Hormozi. If they aren't willing to show their face, a huge red flag. So a screening interview with the best ones. Here you want to ask a lot of different questions, right? But mainly like, why are they interested in this role? What's the issue with their previous role? You need to figure out like whether they currently have a job, they're unemployed, they're running their own business, and most importantly, what they're planning to do if you were to hire them. Because a lot of people think like, oh, I'm gonna easily keep up with my current projects. Not at my company. At my company, if I'm hiring for full time, that means full time. So, obviously I would highly recommend you guys not hire people who say they can manage, juggle multiple different jobs or, have their own side business and stuff like that. Most of the times it just will not work. So, yeah. But also you just want to see like, how does the person think, why they want to work for you specifically? What do they think about the product? What would they improve if they had the chance? If they start listing out some, unnecessary stuff like, we need a new logo, probably not the fit. Anyways, the best ones from the screening interview should go to a second interview. Now again, this depends on which role you're hiring for. But let's say if it's a startup, it would be like a technical interview, right? But I'm going to say second round. This should be more in-depth, more practical. You would touch on the specific issues you're facing in your company and how they would solve them. If it was for a programmer or developer, you would tell them, share your screen and show me how you work in Cursor or Windsurf, whatever. But basically, this one is more technical, more practical, more actionable. You want to see how they think about specific situations happening currently in the company, how they will solve problems in the company. And then the last one is a paid test, right? Paid test. So, for example, when I was hiring for video editors, this would be a paid test edit. Just give them one video for YouTube and have them edit the whole video and see how they perform. And again, here you will filter out a lot of unqualified people who, because in here you can, well, maybe not from the technical interview, but for this interview you can get by just by yapping. If you're a charming person with good conversational skills, you can get by this, maybe even by this, If your technical interview is structured well, hopefully not. But paid test edit reveals the people's real skills, right? So definitely do paid test edits. Amazing. Really improved my hiring success massively. Before I didn't do paid test edits, it was a disaster. And now I would say the people I hire are much higher quality and much more predictable in quality. So paid test edits must do, or not edits, paid test projects, at least 1 or 2 for any role are must do. Then, if the person passes, you still cannot hire them full time. You need to do a test period.